Listen closely because this might hit closer to home than you expect. There's a moment every woman remembers, the second she feels truly seen, not admired, not chased, but understood. Most men never reach that moment. They talk too much, they perform, they try to impress, but desire doesn't grow from effort. It grows from presence, from words that land softly but stay heavy in her mind long after you walk away. In this video, you'll hear the kind of compliments men are warned not to say, yet the ones women secretly crave. Stay with me until the end, because one sentence can change how she feels about you forever. Comment your location below and hit subscribe for more powerful insights like this. Most men think attraction starts with appearance. They believe desire is sparked by what a woman hears about her looks, her body, or her style. That belief is understandable, but it's incomplete. Real desire begins much deeper than surface admiration. It begins the moment a woman feels recognized in a way that aligns with how she sees herself, or, more importantly, how she wants to see herself. When your words reflect that inner world, they don't just flatter her, they resonate. A powerful compliment does not decorate her ego. It speaks to her identity. It tells her that you are paying attention to patterns, not just features. Anyone can notice beauty. Very few notice intention, discipline, emotional intelligence, or quiet strength. When you comment on those things, you signal something rare. You signal discernment. Psychologically, this creates a shift. She stops evaluating you and starts wondering how you saw something others missed. This is why the strongest compliments often feel subtle rather than loud. They don't rush. They don't beg for validation. They simply state an observation with calm certainty. That certainty matters. From a psychological standpoint, confidence without urgency communicates safety and authority at the same time. It tells her that you are grounded enough to see clearly and detached enough not to need approval. That combination is deeply attractive. There is also a philosophical layer here. Human beings crave meaning more than praise. A compliment that connects her actions to her values or her presence to a deeper quality gives her meaning. It affirms that who she is, not just how she looks, has impact. When a man does this naturally, he positions himself as someone who operates on a higher level of awareness. Attraction follows awareness. Notice how different this is from performance-based interaction. You are not trying to win her over. You are not stacking compliments or escalating artificially. You are responding to what is already there. That response feels earned, not forced. And because it feels earned, it carries weight. She remembers it. She replays it, not because it was dramatic, but because it felt true. This is also where many men sabotage themselves. They over-explain. They soften their words out of fear. They turn a sharp observation into a diluted one. Precision is key. A well-placed sentence delivered without apology often does more than a paragraph of praise. Silence after the compliment is not awkward. It's powerful. It allows the meaning to settle. When you understand this, compliments stop being tools and start becoming reflections. You are not manufacturing desire. You are revealing it. And when a woman feels seen rather than sold to, her emotional response shifts naturally. She leans in not because you pushed, but because something in her was acknowledged. Remember this. Attraction is not created by saying more. It's created by seeing more and having the restraint to say only what matters. Most social interaction runs on scripts, polite phrases, predictable compliments, safe reactions. People say what they think they're supposed to say, and they hear what they've heard 100 times before. This is why so many interactions feel forgettable, forbidden. Compliments disrupt that script. Not because they are reckless or inappropriate, but because they are unexpected, personal, and emotionally precise. A forbidden compliment often lands with impact because it doesn't seek permission. It doesn't follow the rules of polite approval. Instead, it reflects an independent perspective. Psychologically, this signals autonomy. You are not mirroring her for validation. You are observing her from a grounded place. That distinction changes the dynamic instantly. She senses that you are not trying to fit into her expectations, and that tension creates intrigue. Consider how the brain responds to novelty. When something breaks pattern, attention sharpens. A compliment that challenges her assumptions about how men see her forces her to recalibrate. It invites curiosity. It subtly says, I see you differently. And being seen differently is powerful. It separates you from the crowd without a single dramatic move. But there is discipline in this approach. Forbidden does not mean crude. It does not mean aggressive. It means intentional. These compliments often highlight depth where others see surface, strength where others see softness, complexity where others simplify. When you recognize something she didn't expect to be recognized, you create a moment of psychological connection. Her mind pauses, her emotions engage. Desire begins to form not from flattery, but from relevance. Philosophically, this works because humans crave authenticity more than approval. When you speak from a place of honest perception, you align your words with reality rather than performance. That authenticity cannot be faked for long, and women intuitively sense it. A forbidden compliment feels real because it is not filtered through fear. It is filtered through awareness. There is also power in restraint. These compliments are not delivered in clusters. They are singular, measured, placed with intention. One sentence that lands truthfully carries more weight than 10 safe ones stacked together. It creates space, and in that space, attraction has room to grow. She feels the shift, even if she cannot explain it. Many men hesitate here. They fear saying the wrong thing, so they say nothing meaningful at all, or they hide behind humor and neutrality. But neutrality rarely sparks desire. Clarity does. When you express a grounded, respectful observation that reflects her essence, you step into a role of quiet authority. You are no longer auditioning. You are simply present. This is why forbidden compliments feel memorable. They touch something beneath politeness. They challenge without threatening. They affirm without inflating. And most importantly, they reveal that you are operating from perception, not pressure. Say what is true. Say it with calm confidence. Let it stand. Words alone do not create desire. Context does. Timing does. Presence does. The same compliment can feel magnetic in one moment and uncomfortable in another. This is where many men misunderstand attraction. They focus on what to say, but not when or how to say it. Yet, psychology tells us that meaning is shaped as much by delivery as by content. Timing is about emotional alignment. A compliment lands when it matches the emotional temperature of the moment. If she's relaxed, reflective, or open, your words settle naturally. If she's distracted or guarded, even a well-intended observation can feel intrusive. Awareness matters. When you speak from the moment rather than from a script in your head, your words feel intuitive instead of calculated. Delivery is where authority is communicated. A steady voice, relaxed posture, and unhurried pacing signal self-control. Rushed compliments carry need. Over-explained compliments carry insecurity. But a short, grounded sentence, spoken without expectation, carries weight. Psychologically, this projects emotional stability, and emotional stability is one of the strongest predictors of attraction. Then there is silence. Silence is often misunderstood as awkwardness, but in reality, silence is space. When you offer a meaningful compliment and then stop talking, you allow it to breathe. You give her room to process it internally. That pause tells her you are not fishing for reassurance. You are comfortable letting your words stand on their own. This restraint signals confidence at a deep level. From a philosophical perspective, this restraint reflects mastery. Anyone can speak, few know when to stop. Desire often grows in what is not said. In the pause after your words, her imagination engages. She fills in meaning, she reflects. Attraction intensifies not because you added more, but because you trusted less. Many men disrupt this moment by immediately softening the compliment, joking it away, or explaining their intent. This breaks the emotional tension that was just created. Tension is not discomfort, it is anticipation. When held calmly, it becomes connection. When released too quickly, it dissolves. There is also an ethical element here. True presence means you are not manipulating an outcome. You are not delivering lines to provoke a reaction. You are responding authentically to what you observe. That authenticity is felt. Women are highly attuned to intention. When your compliment is rooted in awareness rather than agenda, it feels safe and intriguing at the same time. Ultimately, timing and delivery reflect your relationship with yourself. A man who trusts his perception does not rush to be understood. He speaks, then allows reality to respond. This patience is rare, and rarity creates value. So remember this as you move forward. Attraction does not come from perfect words. It comes from grounded presence, precise timing, and the courage to let silence do its work. Say less, mean it more, let that be felt.